Hello, welcome to another video. It's OT19 or Ultimate Gamer 19,000, and I'm here today to show you all how to build a Wild Magic Barbarian in BG3. Now, the first thing you should probably keep in mind with the Wild Magic Barbarian is that the items you need for a Wild Magic Barbarian really doesn't change at all. The items you want for a standard barbarian are still the same items you want for a wild magic one. It doesn't really change. So I do have some examples of really good items, but aside from that, honestly, whatever a normal barbarian would use, just pick it and you'll be fine. But yeah, the wild magic barbarian is kind of defined by having a weird way of changing its rage. Basically, when you rage, you can strike a wild magic surge, which has around 8 different effects that it can do. So, yeah, let's see. Their first effect that can randomly happen. Okay, yeah, all of these effects can randomly happen. So, I think basically you just roll a 1d8, and whatever you get is the feature that activates. I'm pretty sure you can only have one feature active at a time, and if you want to re-roll this feature, you probably just have to just take off your rage, then reactivate it to re-roll. None of these features are really that damning, so I don't really see any reasons why you would want to re-roll because of like a bad feature, but there are some features that is definitely better than others if we're being honest here, but let's get right into them. First one is Weapon Infusion. Magically infuse your weapon. It does an additional 1d6 force damage against the light and thrown properties. If thrown, it reappears in your hand at the end of the turn. This can be pretty damn nice, but I really wouldn't use it because it has thrown property. I'll just stick to your standard Barbarian Thrower build. Check the cards if you want a Barbarian Thrower build, but having an extra d6 of force damage is pretty damn nice in my personal opinion. Next, we get Magic Retribution. You are protected by wild and vengeful magic. Enemies that hit you take a d6 force damage in retaliation. Yeah, this is good. I mean, having a d6, if someone hits you, they take some damage, is always really good chip damage. And chip damage is pretty damn nice, especially if you're playing like burst builds that kind of require that. Next, we have probably one of the best features. You and allies within 3 meters or 10 feet of you have a +1 bonus to armor class. This basically means all your frontline tankers are better capable of tanking. So yeah, good. Next we get intangible spirit. Each turn, as a bonus action, choose to summon a spectral frump within 10 meters or 33 feet of you. The frump explodes at the end of your turn, dealing a d6 force damage to among anyone within 4.5 meters or 15 feet on a failed dexterity saving throw. This kind of is a sucky one. It's again, it can be good. A d6 force damage is nice, and it's an extra body on the board. But like look. So the special frump, what a design! True, this truly is game of the year. It has one hit point, 10 armor class, immune to all damage. So I guess if you just want an extra body on the board, it can be. Or I mean, if you want your rogue to if you want your rogue to be able to get sneak attack, they could sneak attack, disengage, and get the hell out of there. Which I mean, then it could be useful. This feature has its uses, but again, it's kind of a dead one if I'm being honest. Next, we get Bolt of Light. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Each turn, as a bonus action, choose to shoot a bolt of light from your chest at a target within 10 meters or 30 feet. So basically, an Iron Man repulsor blast. The bolt of light deals a d6 rating damage and blinds the target on a failed Constitution saving throw. This is pretty damn good. I mean, as a bonus action, getting some extra damage and a chance to blind a creature is pretty nice. Overall, I think it's a useful feature. Next, we get vine growth. Flowers and vines spread outwards from a radius of 4.5 meters or 15 feet, creating difficult terrain for everyone other than you. This definitely can be a kind of annoying feature for if you have multiple frontline tankers. But in reality, if you have one frontline tanker and like a bunch of other guys that kind of just like to stand in the back. Maybe a ranger and like a gloomstalker assassin rogue, or maybe felt like a Beastmaster Ranger that uses the Ravens to blind everything, then like a Gloomstalker Rogue multi-class, and then like a Sorcerer, then your Vine Growth can be a really good feature to overall just protect you. Next, we get Teleport. Each turn has a bonus action. Choose to teleport to an unoccupied space you can see within 60 feet or 18 meters. Yeah, this is a pretty good feature. This is basically just free Misty Step. This is probably one of the best ones there. It is very strong in my personal opinion. Next, we got Dark Tendrils. Shadowing Tendrils last shot from you. Each creature within 9 meters or 30 feet of you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take a d12 of necrotic damage. Additionally, you gain 1d10 temporary hit points. Again, this is kind of like Vine Growth. If your party is crafted around this feature, then holy hell, this feature can be really damn strong for protecting you. Hmm. Next, we got Magical Awareness. Anyone within 30 feet or 3 meters or 10 feet of you adds the proficiency bonus to saving throws. Wow, this is pretty damn good. If you have any frontline tankers with you, then your Magical Awareness can basically really help them out. This is overall a pretty damn good thing. Like adding your proficiency to any saving throw you make, very, very powerful. Next, we get at level 6, we get Bowstring Magic Boon. You or an ally receives a d4 to attack roll and ability check for 10 turns. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, I approve. And then we get Bowstring Magic. You or an ally can regain one first level spell slot and then a second. So you and your ally can regain a first level spell slot, and you can choose either you or a different ally to gain a second level spell slot. This feature is really good, especially if you're making a barbarian paladin build that kind of just is barbarian that likes to smite, and this can just allow you to get more and more smites. And overall, this is a really good feature. Even if you're not being a smiting barbarian, you can still give a second level slot to your mages. Maybe if they run out of shields, they can have an extra one or two extra ones if it really gets that dire. Overall, this is a pretty good feature. At level 9, you get Bowstring Magic, a level 3 spell slot. You and ally can recover level 3 spell slot. And level 3 spell slots are some of the most powerful ones in the game, in my personal opinion. Next, we get Unstable Backlash. Backlash. While in Rage, when you take damage or fail a saving throw, you trigger another wild magic effect that replaces the current one. This counts as a reaction and can be set to ask. Overall, this is all pretty damn powerful, in my personal opinion. I mean, yeah, this is really damn strong. The last feature is kind of it can be useful, but it's not the best. So overall, if I were to recommend playing a Wild Magic Barbarian, I'd probably multi-class either at level 9 or at level 6. I'd probably recommend just booting it by level 6, and then either taking Paladin levels or Fighter levels. One of those two can provide you with pretty nice utility. Now, for like the build, I guess. It's not really a build, it's more just like what type of stuff I recommend for it. Baldrin's Giant Slayer, great weapon master. It can be really nice, especially since you can generate advantage without having to use reckless attack. And also just deal some extra nice damage, which is pretty cool. So overall, I think having Baldrin's Giant Slayer or the Silver Sword, the Astral Plane, can be really useful for this character. Next, we have the Gloves Dexterity paired up with the Armor of Agility. The Armor of Agility basically is medium armor that has a 17 base class and allows you to add your full Dexterity modifier to your armor class. So with a 17 armor class, you can add your full Dexterity, meaning if you put the Gloves of Dexterity, you get an 18 Dexterity to grant you a plus 4, meaning you'd have a 21 armor class, which is pretty damn good. So yeah, overall, I would definitely recommend to put this on any of your barbarians because they do also have a plus 2 to saving throws. It can be found in Act 3 too. But yeah, overall, that is a Wild Magic Barbarian. It's a pretty fun subclass, but overall, it's not a really powerful one. So if you feel like, hey, I want to try it out, I want to have some fun, I do recommend it. But again, you are a barbarian, so you're most likely you're still gonna be powerful because you're a great weapon master, all of that. But you're not gonna be like the most powerful barbarian possible. Yeah. that's it from today's video. If you guys do enjoy, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, OT19 signing out. Peace.